act, and we're like 3/4 of the way through the game. So
midnight. David Hunt. There's someone.
all right, so we had 3 left. We already talked to, he's the guy who thinks he walks through doors and ends up somewhere else. She thinks she can see people's dreams. All right, so
You're going to have to be a bit more specific.
I don't know how to spell alcohol to save my life. Dekker whiskey.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies.
Oh, okay.
It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum.
Oh.
He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Okay. Lousy son.
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way, I shouldn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Uh-huh. There were some things that we needed to ask everybody. McNaughton rules?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Oh man. Let's just use a hint. Kind of get back on the right track. Oh yeah, sleeping pills. Okay, alcohol is ALCOHOL. Okay. I just click on it, but
Dr. Dekker.
I can never spend alcohol.
I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean, it's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
No, I do not find it stressful.
Maybe you're just tired then. You should get some rest.
Okay. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, sleeping pills.
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
Prescription.
I don't know anything about...
Okay.
Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
Uh-huh. Place like this?
I just mean... get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Who has given you the creeps?
I don't really know anything about that.
Okay. Waiting room?
I'm not really helping, am I?
Okay, jotted down a note. Says that some other patients give her the creeps. Maybe we should ask her about each one. Okay. Bryce.
Bryce? I'm not sure who that is.
Mariana.
I don't think I know her.
Scarlet.
Sorry.
Claire and Nathan. Claire.
She's a slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I sort of know her. Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
Yeah, we already know that. And Nathan.
I don't know who Nathan is.
Okay, so the only one she knows is Claire. Helpful. Oh yeah, just how are you today?
Hilda died last night. On her own, heartbroken because she couldn't see her daughter. I feel terrible. I should never have listened to you.
Hilda.
The nurses found her. She went without anyone even noticing. I wasn't there. I phoned in sick. I knew that if I went into work, I'd want to shift. Sorry.
Okay. Called in sick.
Do you think I'm a good person, Doctor?
Yes. I think you are a good person, but you know.
I hope so. I'm trying to be. I really am.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions and all that.
Hilda died last night. On her own, heartbroken because she...
On her own. Hilda's daughter.
Doctor, I'm not sure...
Okay, hold on. Why? There.
In our last session, you said that shifting was wrong, that I shouldn't shift for Hilda, that I should let her die without seeing her daughter. I'm such an idiot. I have this amazing gift and I didn't use it.
You don't have an amazing gift. Okay. We got Nathan and then Jaya. Alright. How are you?
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Go for it. Date Mariana.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
Police.
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Not the same girl.
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
Dead bodies.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Redhead. Okay.
Read the papers.
The papers.
Haven't got a clue.
Okay. I think that's how you spell it.
Confusing me again, Doctor.
Dekker drinking alcohol.
Break it down for me.
Okay.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
Why not both? Find out who killed him.
Well, at least you're being honest. Do you know that Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him?
Who was trying to kill him?
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
Messages on the prescription pad.
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Bluffing?
I don't think he knew who was behind the death threats, or he'd have stopped it.
Okay. How are you? I think I already asked that. Have a look at the toxicology report.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Excuse me? What truck driver?
The truck driver that ran into Hannah.
Ah!
He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself.
Oof.
He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too. But he died in his garage.
Temazepam. What do you say about this?
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
How did you know Dekker drank alcohol?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink though.
Okay, so we've got some like varying reports. Mariana said that he drank during their sessions, and I think Claire said she saw him drink, but everybody else is like, I guess he was a drinker. So my camera's delayed again. I swear one of these days this webcam will not troll me every time I try to start a stream. Okay. I mean, it'll help when I get a better setup, but who knows when that'll be.
I can't tell you anything about it. I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose through his window. Not until he put the passenger seat first.
Oh no.
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Wrote him a letter?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault, but the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
Nope. No, you are not to blame.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
Molly?
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me.
Like the little girl right there?
Crazy, right?
Alright. How are you?
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
Grief from work.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Yeah. Why does he want to be removed?
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent? Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
You can have a raise.
Wow, I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor.
Because she's the killer, and I'm gonna put her in jail.
Don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
See, I'm hoping if I get on her good side, she'll trip up and give you some information. Alderby.
I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself.
That would be
I don't know if you know, but
psychology.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. I'm just kidding. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history.
History.
You're getting closer all the time.
Your professor.
It must be frustrating. Always ask.
No, I'm not frustrated.
Okay, just checking.
Stop asking me questions like that.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have...
Oh yeah, video footage? Video footage?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
Encoding. That's not going to give us anything.
Interesting.
Yeah. Changeable?
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind?
Yeah.
Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Frontline battle with insanity.
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability at present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
Specific example.
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
I don't know if I feel like that psychological philosophy is very antagonistic, right? Especially in that example, right? So if it's like, I can walk through walls. No, you can't because I control the walls, right? That immediately puts you against the patient, you know? I'm not saying you should give in to the delusion of, okay, you walk through walls, what can we do with this? But I feel like, wait, throwing stuff at me. But I feel like...
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate
the brain.
I don't know.
Can fly?
I don't know.
Air currents.
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
I think I know this one.
If you can travel
back and kill your
kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
And they explain that by having different timelines. Okay, so we need to talk to her about alcohol.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
Odd tipple? Is that just like occasional drink?
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Sneak in and have some.
Sorry,
Okay, what note did we get from that? It's a bottle, is it because someone have spiked it? Yeah, her. Bottle spiked?
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Yes, the police should get fingerprints.
I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
Okay. Sleeping pills.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
Wait. Prescription pad.
No.
Death threats.
I don't know, Doctor. Do you?
We took another note here. Kept bottle in his desk drawer because someone spiked it. Okay. Alright, so that is that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. Yes, we are sure. Oh.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Our femme fatale Mariana has shown up, apparently. Who is still here?
Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people.
No, he doesn't.
Always the pretty ones that are the...
Okay. Who... I know I'm gonna regret asking this. Who does Dekker want you to kill?
He wants them to follow me. To the sea. To the creature.
What creature?
It eats them.
Does it
It's
now?
getting stronger.
Of course it is.
Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out.
Walk again?
The longer it takes for you to get to the bottom.
Ah. Back out.
He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all.
Uh-huh.
You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth.
The truth?
You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth.
Are they now?
Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
Do I want to? I don't want to play a game.
I say a word, you say a word. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Guilty.
Verdict.
You know what I want. Focus.
She wants a name. Guilty. Innocent.
Murderer.
Healer.
Let's.
Killer?
You're disappointing me.
Ah, okay. I mean, technically, we could throw this name out there.
That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go.
Wait, 3 little words. Go away, please?
Always the
Ah, yes, the classic ooh, evil eye.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, technically,
My doorbell.
The truck driver.
technically, Claire is a murderer. She's the only one that we can. Okay.
Oh, Doctor. You look. There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Uh-huh. Alright, who do we have? Oh, the normal suspects. Prescription pad is missing. I should ask the patients about it. And death threats, Nathan said were on it. Okay. That's a very pretty dress. I guess we'll start with you then. How are you?
I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
No blackouts?
Like I said, I've been fine.
Wow, they're really like trying to sell that dream was reality. Also, that does not look comfortable. Prescription pad.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
Why would a doctor not have it? Anyways. Death threats.
I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
Didn't know he had a pad.
Thanks for reminding me, Doctor. I don't remember seeing it when we got back on Valentine's night. Maybe he put it in his briefcase. Did anyone look there?
Briefcase?
On Valentine's night, the Uber driver took me home. Then I got a text from Dekker asking to meet him here. So, I walked. I suppose it's about an hour's walk from here to my house.
Okay. Wait.
On Valentine's
night. Okay, that didn't.
On Valentine's.
Uber driver. Okay.
On Valentine's night, the Uber driver took me home. Then I got a text from...
Oh, text, yeah. Text.
He said he had a proposal for me. That if I gave him what he wanted, he'd give me what I wanted.
What did you want?
Don't Don't you know what I want?
You wanted the blackouts to stop. No. Okay. What did he want?
His money back. I didn't have it.
Okay.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
I don't know how to follow up on that.
Why would...
Steal?
That's not something...
Steal the pad?
Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor. And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
The loan?
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane.
Ah.
In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional.
Oof.
He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back, and I didn't have it.
Cured.
I don't have anything.
You didn't have the money?
I don't know. Dr. Dekker asked for...
Sane. You are sane?
I don't have an...
Okay, I don't know what to... Here, what do we got? Are your dreams tell me about being followed? I guess you're supposed to just follow up on that stuff.
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature.
How are you sleeping? Sleeping. No, dreams. It's dreams.
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
Which is a contradiction to what she said before, that she was having a recurring dream. Recurring dream. You told me you had a recurring dream.
Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
It is not the truth.
The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor. Or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours. And people follow me. Even if it's the last thing they do.
She might be killing people in the ocean.
People follow...
Oh yeah, creature.
I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? It's so bright, warm, and loving. I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others. It feeds on them.
It leaves you.
When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished.
When it's finished.
You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing, just limbs of people from the clubs, the bars. Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year. They all look terrified, but somehow still alive. creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them. Slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, eats them.
The missing people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
The creature isn't real. Our secret.
It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit.
What?
I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done.
Excuse me?
You make me feel like I deserve it.
Excuse me?
It's my fault they're all dying. They're following me.
My visit?
You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
I did not visit you.
You'll have to ask me something.
No.
You get inside me, Doctor.
Oh no.
And it hurts. And you don't care.
I do care.
No.
Okay. Missing people.
I can't explain what happened with John.
Who's John? Wait, what?
He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Oh, that's probably what Jaya wanted to tell us about, was John. Who's John?
You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. Annie had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next.
She killed John. What happened next?
I left him to be eaten.
Totally murdered that
Next
man.
morning, he turns up in my bed
Uh-huh.
at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes.
You stabbed him to death.
His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you? That's why I'm here.
Why are you here?
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
Well, you're definitely not insane. You are just almost quoting stories from Lovecraft and being like, oh no, it's an ocean creature it's killing and eating people. No. You probably killed somebody and then covered up. You have blackouts. Alright, let's go back to the top. Bryce. Actually, hold on. We've got a follow-up there. Wait, what did it say?
They think
Who needs to know? Yeah.
my lawyer. He says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
No, I do not think you are insane.
I told you how grateful I'd be. But you need to fix my problem first. If they try me as sane, I'll be in prison for a long time. And then, how would you get your reward, Doctor?
My reward?
I've got nothing to say.
Okay.
They think I killed John.
Oh, yeah.
No! The creature killed John.
Okay. Don't believe you. Bryce. How are you?
I'm not feeling very well.
Uh-huh.
I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Uh-huh. Doomed?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
What did you do with Dekker?
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
You didn't kill Dekker.
I took his body. It was me.
Uh-huh.
I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
Uh-huh. Where did the body go?
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Prescription pad.
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
Death threats.
Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
I don't know what they said. Locked.
Sorry.
Locked shed.
I don't.
Inquisitive. Cool, I don't care about the achievement. I want to know what we're supposed to do.
Only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed.
Private tool shed.
I have nothing to say.
Tool shed.
I don't know what you're.
Okay. There's something.
He'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial.
Moved his body.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again? If only he'd been cremated like...
Cremated.
I don't know anything.
Cremated. There we go.
Burial isn't enough for Dr. Dekker because he's evil. I thought if anything, we'd established that in our earlier sessions, Doctor. I had to destroy him properly, not just bury him in the ground.
Evil. Dekker evil.
That's not important, Doctor.
Okay, you made it seem important.
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor?
How did Dekker do what?
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
The thing is not real.
You're missing the point.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Jessica has had a restraining order taken out against me and her daughter. I showed her the photos and then the rest is a blur. She was screaming, hitting me, pushing me away. In hindsight, showing her the photos might not have been the best thing to do.
Trying to remember what else it had in there. Oh, stealing.
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it. I don't know why you're...
Oh. Okay.
It's not out of the question.
Oh. No. The thing is not Dekker.
And so it is. You worried me then, Doctor. I thought you were starting to believe in the unbelievable too.
Okay. Claire. How are you?
I'm fine. I killed David.
Oh.
Again. He went too far.
Let's see if we can find this name again. Anushka.
David hunted her and hung her up like an animal.
Aha.
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing.
Aha.
He trusted me. I cut off his head.
Nice camera angle.
When I picked it up, it was smiling. Probably a muscle spasm.
With an axe.
Focus, Doctor. You're not...
Okay. Smiling?
That's not relevant here.
Hmm.
David, David hunted.
Hunted her?
Doctor, I think I'm going to be sick. I can't talk about this. Let's talk about something else, please. Like my diagnosis. You promised you'd diagnose me as temporarily insane. You can't go back on that now.
You are not insane.
Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it would be fun. For me, at least.
Are you threatening me?
Surely that isn't what you need to be asking me right now.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Prescription pad.
I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it?
Hidden where?
That isn't important right now.
Hidden away.
I don't know anything about.
Stolen pad.
I need your expertise, Doctor.
Okay, death threats.
I've already told you I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write any death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor? Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met. Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
Did you?
No, Doctor. Ask me something.
Wait, that's what that said. How did David go?
David is a monster.
Was?
Anushka, she's hanging up. Dr. Dekker.
Reanimate him?
He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
Okie dokie. How are you?
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, I was all negative. I don't want to be like that. Oh, I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
What kind of cookies?
The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep. You look like you need it.
Herbalist magic?
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effects are subtle, but it does work.
Why do you feel better?
I'm a happy person.
Are you?
And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Ah.
I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before?
Yeah, you went on a date. Yes, you mentioned Max before.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story.
Uh-huh.
Max is 77. He was one of my patients.
Ah.
I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
He asked you to shift again?
Why don't you check your notes?
Okay. 77. How did he get better?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweet...
Work.
Sorry, I don't...
Sweetheart.
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it?
Yes, it's sweet.
I don't know what to tell.
Okay.
Eleanor, her name was.
Can never spell this name either. Eleanor.
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me, but he said he just wanted to have one more date with her and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
Uh-huh. So, prescription pad.
What about the prescription pad?
Who stole the prescription pad?
Yes, I took it. I had to.
Why did you take it?
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
See? That's the problem with the antagonistic style of, well, I have a magical prescription pad that can take away your shifting. Because then it just makes it antagonistic and they're like, okay, fine, I'll just deal with that this way. So she took it.
Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. I had no idea. He never said anything to me about it.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker told...
Take away your gift?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Okay. I think we're done with her. So she took the pad. She definitely killed her husband. Bryce is just a super creep who may have stolen a body. Mariana totally murdered John. See about Nathan. How's Nathan doing? I think Nathan's just guilt-riddled. I think that's his problem. Yeah.
So you're gonna have a good day. We talk a bit about hypnotism though.
Okay. Hypnotism.
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized.
Uh-huh.
How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't.
Uh-huh.
I think I found one of the key words.
Yeah. Keywords?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back, I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program, he was reading off planets. It was one of them.
Ah, so you want me to try all the planets? Okay, we'll do that in a second.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
Nope. Death threats.
I don't think I know about that.
Okay, you just mentioned them. Murderer.
What are you trying to get me to say?
Okay.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their
Cover their tracks?
I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
I doubt that. Alright.
I can't say.
Jupiter.
I don't want it to be triggered.
Oh, okay.
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker.
Who killed Dekker?
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I'd look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant.
Yeah, I'm already looking at my assistant.
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone.
Trigger it.
No.
Saturn. Apparently it was Saturn. Bye? He looked like he did a lap. You went into a trance.
So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
What have you not been telling me?
It's about time travel.
Aha. Oh, here we go. What about time travel?
I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
Except once?
The doctor said she was legally still alive.
Uh-oh.
The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around.
Oh.
It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed.
You were drinking?
I got nothing.
Mm-hmm. Didn't think I'd catch that, did you? Like, I think these people, they have issues, or they've done things, or they're doing things that they need help for, outside of the trying to, like, say it's something mystical, like a repeating day or something like that. But that stuff is all like a side thing to the actual problems, like drinking and driving, probably killing a person in two people killed people in a fit of rage. Mariana probably killed John, and Claire killed her husband. So
The doctor said she was...
I'm not sure what the follow-up of that is.
Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. They just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
Yeah, I didn't play it yesterday, Neve, and we only played an hour on Thursday. So I think we're coming up to the conclusion. We might be able to finish this within the next hour or so. I'm here. The reason why I'm starting late and didn't stream yesterday morning is just because my stomach, basically the stomach issue I was having a few weeks ago has kind of like resurfaced a bit, and it's been causing things to be I don't know how to spell obituary. Obituary.
I haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident. Instantly.
Okay. But yeah, so still having a bit of a physical stomach issue thing, but other than that, we're doing all right.
Things have been interesting. Thanks to Mariana.
Interesting how?
We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
Don't know about that, but I probably, okay. Let's say Elin took the pad.
I thought you'd have got the hang of this by now. If you want a straightforward answer.
Prescription pad.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
Elin.
Your patience will always be a bother.
Elin took the pad. Okay.
Your patience will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we? Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is...
Death threats.
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
You spit in my coffee that I don't drink?
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself.
Sure he did.
Instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
I don't believe they have powers.
I once spoke to a patient here who claimed to be able to teach me how to get inside other people's dreams.
That was probably Scarlet.
But how would you know if that worked? Have you had any strange dreams lately, Doctor?
No, I haven't had any strange dreams. Okay.
Don't become like Doctor. For a grief counselor, you're asking some pretty random questions, suffice to say.
Oh, still want to talk about that, huh?
I think I'm okay with the grief now.
My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
Mother's death.
My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Of course he did. Burst into flames.
According to Professor Alderby, people can will themselves to die.
That I actually do believe.
Some people have strokes. Those who are truly despondent, they're the rare few that spontaneously
That I don't.
combust. I'm not sure if I believe in all of that.
Like, there's actually some psychological basis to that. Like the...
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed...
Someone killed him.
Should you be asking me that?
Okay, who do you think killed Dekker?
That's not really relevant.
Okay, all their powers.
Like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him.
Using them.
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have... Let me think. Hypnotism.
I don't know. Poor Mariana. Dr. Dekker must have been serious about getting his money back. I've had a response from the small claims court. Is that motive enough, Doctor?
Dear Dr. Non-repayment of outstanding loan amount from Mariana. We received confirmation of small claims court for your... As long as the address provided for her is correct, she will also receive a similar letter for small claims. Note she's pursuing the debt. If it has not been recovered, inquired time frame. We offer choice courts to set a date. Hearing, see attached. He was just getting his money back, but yeah, I guess someone could be upset about that. Okay, so it didn't matter what patient we named unless it was Mariana. I keep forgetting the how are you.
About you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
Really? Now you're blaming me? Bottle? Fingerprints.
Are you stuck?
What? Oh, what did she ask?
I'm worried about you.
Worried.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Nothing is bothering me.
Really? That...
Oh, okay, maybe not. Sounds like I think I'm going insane.
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, Well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him.
No, I didn't know Dekker.
Then why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. Oh, the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched? I'm so worried.
Okay, we already talked about worried.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering.
Oh, yeah.
Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
Okay. Oh, that's it. We're about to make the accusation. We're gonna say it's Jaya. Cause like, Mariana's the obvious suspect. But I don't think she would, like, even though it was like, oh, I want my money back, she would just run, honestly. I feel like Mariana would leave, because she says she goes from place to place. I don't think it's Bryce. I do believe Bryce, if given the opportunity, probably would have taken the body, but he didn't kill him. Claire is killed before, as is Mariana. I think she's probably the other likely suspect. Elin really doesn't have any motive other than he was going to take my powers away, but she stole the prescription pad, so she got the source of his power away from him, in her eyes. Nathan, I don't think Nathan has a reason to do it either. So we're gonna go with Jaya. Although I think it could be either Claire or Mariana as well. One of those three, but we're gonna go with Jaya because I feel like she's changed drastically. She started pushing like the stuff onto us now. It's like, are you okay? What's bothering you? Like she comes in for counseling to interrogate us, right? So we're gonna go with Jaya. Who murdered Dr. Dekker? Jaya.
Doctor. We've had a bad day, haven't we? If you think I'm guilty, then one of your patients must have you just where they want you. I'll forget this indiscretion and go and put the kettle on. And perhaps you can have a lie down or something.
Aw. Darn. Alright, so it's either Mariana or Claire. Let's go with Claire.
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. If anything, I'm guilty of not bringing him back to life. And that's manslaughter at best. Good luck proving my talent, Doctor.
Okay. Apparently there's a right answer to this. Mariana.
Doctor, I didn't think you had it in you to jump on little old me. Was I too muddled? I think if you're going to tell the police that I'm guilty, then I'd like to speak to my lawyers. I'd like them to see the security footage from my apartment. The footage that clearly shows you coming over, uninvited, and pounding away on my door like a psycho. And then I'd have to tell them the truth. That you wanted to have Dr. Dekker's job so bad you killed him. That you made me seduce him and drug him so that you could run a paper spike through his heart. And then after, when I wanted out, when I wanted to tell the police, you started stalking me. That's the truth, Doctor. I guess that's far more believable than thinking Dr. Dekker was eaten by a creature from the deep. A creature that he was trying to appease. Or, I suppose you could tell them that I'm insane. And I could take the fall for you. Couldn't I, babe?
Wow. I caught the killer. Did I? But what about your patience? Okay. And what about you? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Einstein.
So I've got a new dog, a basset hound.
Okay.
She's got big floppy ears and a really sad face. You know, even sadder than I look. Ginger. I call her Ginger. She's a rescue. But since I've had Ginger, I've never looked back.
Aww.
Literally. Not one day.
It looks like Terry won't be coming back. She hasn't been in for a while, and I thought she just had a bug or something, but from what I've heard, it's not good. Apparently, she's in intensive care, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I'm not going to lie. Work's much easier without her watching over me. Does that make me a horrible person?
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
I think I was in my own head too much, manifesting things that weren't there. But I'm very much an art connoisseur now. It's definitely helping keeping me sane.
Okay, so everyone...
I'm a very visual person, and paintings can keep me
Okay, so it seems like everyone's doing well.
I go to Providence whenever I get the time. It's the local art gallery here. The best time to go is late at night. You get the place all to yourself.
What I want to know is, how did you know which patient was the murderer? I mean, they all lied to you, didn't they? I'm just glad it's business as usual around here and I'm not having to look for another doctor again. It's embarrassing. Dr. Dekker almost caught me writing the advert for his replacement.
Okay. Psychiatric Assessment Unit.
Yes, this is an intervention. I'm worried about you. You started talking like your patient's ailments are real and believing the stories they're telling you. So I want you to take next month off work, and I won't take no for an answer. Take the tapes with you if you must. You'll see the cracks. Just get better.
Okay. Thank you for playing. Alright, well that's... So I guess that was a pretty good ending, other than Mariana, you know, coming up with all the stuff. But yeah, it looks like all the patients had a pretty good ending. None of them referenced their abilities. Even Claire realized that, like, okay, I did this thing and now I just need to get help for my issues. Seems like there was a little bit at the end there where it's like we were starting to kind of get mad, like driven insane, but we didn't quite cross the line. So it's like, hey, you need a break. It's been rough. That's how I took that last little bit. 3 is the magic number. Hinty aftertaste, because I used a lot of hints. All right. So, act progress, overall progress, hints used 104. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got here. Solved in 3. Into aftertaste. Solved in 1. Solved in 5. Okay, so how much? We only got... Yeah, we only had 50 insanity points. Right? So... You Thulu, nice. Chair this, special keyword found. Hintless wonder, 0. 201 used, 1 hint. So I think we had Epic justice fail. I think we had really low insanity, which was good, and we figured it out. So I think that was a pretty good ending. That was a pretty good ending. I think we'll definitely take that. All right, let me this. Okie dokie. So